Hi, hello again. It's me, Amy the Baker, back with another video. Today, I'm gonna do one of my favorite quick tricks for my chocolate chip cookie recipe, and that is to replace some of the flour with instant oatmeal. I personally like the apples and cinnamon the best, but you can honestly use whatever your favorite instant oatmeal is. I'll want to replace about half a cup of flour, which is a quarter of the amount that we actually need. Because my infamous chocolate chip cookie recipe is
2 cups of flour, teaspoon of baking powder, teaspoon or a half teaspoon of salt, depending on if you are using salted butter or not, 1 cup of butter, 1 cup of brown sugar, 1 egg, some vanilla, and chocolate chips, or raisins, or whatever you want to do.
I like my recipe because it's really flexible. So you can turn it into an oatmeal cookie or a raisin cookie. When I'm doing a double chocolate cookie, I'll take like a third of the flour and replace it with cocoa powder. In pursuing my cookie cookbook, I'll probably have an entire page dedicated to variations of my chocolate chip cookie recipe because it is my favorite recipe. I mean, it should be. I developed it when I was, I would have been 13 or 14 when I developed this recipe. Again, we are using margarine because I'm poor now. Well, I was always poor. I mean, not really. I was always poor. And then I got a hefty settlement from ICBC for a car accident that I was in, which ICBC doesn't even settle out anymore. My brother and I, who were in the same accident, were some of the last people to get a settlement from ICBC. And now they just pay your medical expenses for the rest of your life, banking on the fact that people will stop claiming after a while because bureaucracy is a nightmare. And then the kicker, last year, ICBC sent every one of their customers a letter with a check in it for $110, I believe. And in the letter, you cannot make this up. I kid you not, in this letter, in obviously corporate terms, but essentially what it said was, "We made record profits this year, and to thank all of our loyal customers, ICBC has a monopoly in BC because they are the only insurance company for vehicle insurance."
I'm getting heated.
Back to the letter. It said, "We made record profits. Here's $100 to say thank you." Like, oh yeah, ICBC, spit on it before you f me. Okay. If you couldn't tell, I don't respect ICBC. 1111, make a wish. $3.50.
Oh, goodness.
This is my other Cool Shirts sweater. People were really rocking with my other one, the color block turtleneck that I had. I actually ordered this one first, and if I could have done it again, I would have ordered that one in the bigger size and this one in the smaller size. Can't really reorder them. They're expensive, and I'm poor. Oh my god. My shoulder cracked when I put my arm out, because if you missed it in the last one, I did only say it at the end of the video. I messed up my shoulder pretty bad. I've had issues with the shoulder for a decade now, but I messed it up really bad the other week, a few days ago. Week ago? I can't even remember, oh my goodness. Lifting Leon up over my shoulder. All the other times it's dislocated, it's just been the weight of my arm itself dislocating, like moving it in the wrong way. A loose ligament type of thing, and I mean, this is a loose ligament type of thing too, but I've never had it crumble like that under the weight of something. It's still sore. I need to book some physio for it. Oh my gosh. That smells so good. Oh, it makes me want to have a pack. Sure. I usually do a little bit of cinnamon in my chocolate chip cookies. The oatmeal's apple cinnamon, so I was kind of hemming and hawing, but I'm gonna add just a little bit because I love cinnamon. Baking soda. Let's get this out of the way. I'm also just so mad about my shoulder because I was doing so well with trying to get back into exercising. I've never been great at exercising, but it used to be fine because I would get my exercise through my job. If you're working in a high-end restaurant for 10 plus hours a day, you are on your feet the whole time, you're lifting heavy things, you're stooping, you're bending, you're climbing up and down stairs. It's an all-day thing, right? So I was in decent shape, but since the accident and I've been out of it, it's been harder for me to stay consistent with exercising. Sometimes I'm good about it, sometimes I'm not. And I know that I need to do it for physio reasons. I broke both my feet. My ACL snapped when I jumped off a back step, so that's an ongoing injury too. It was about 5 years ago, I want to say, maybe 6. But about a week before my shoulder snapped, my knee had popped in and out, which is why I started trying to exercise more and do my yoga and do all of these things to build back that strength. And now I hurt my shoulder and I haven't really done anything since because it's been in pain, and I just feel like I'm in between the knowing better and the doing better. And I've been in this in-between stage in other aspects of my life. Okay, let's get mixing this because I only have so much time. Creaming method, again, my favorite. I've been in between knowing and doing better before in other aspects of my life. Typically mental.
What is your issue?
It doesn't want to do stir it. It needs to be on number 2 apparently. It is over 20 years old. Hang in there, girl. And of course it's a girl. It's a mixer. The summer before I had Leon, I was in an in-between knowing and doing better. And once the paradigm shift and it finally clicked and I started doing better in my own emotional regulation and ability to compartmentalize my emotions in a big heated moment and then come back to them and feel them and process them when I was in a regulated state. Oh, I don't think I added vanilla. Oh, whatever. A lot of the times that means taking a step back to bring myself back into my body using a myriad of techniques. But now my two biggest in-betweens are technology and physical fitness and health, because I know I should have less screen time, but it's hard because I'm addicted. And I know that I should exercise more and take care of my body, but it's hard because it's not fun. It's not something that I enjoy doing, but it's something that I have to do. Quiet, 50-50, but this wakes him up. Still asleep. The reason that I'm making these cookies is one, I mean, obviously for the video, but the other reason is my friend is gonna come over later and then we're gonna go thrifting and go for lunch. And I always just like to give them a little treat. Mostly anybody who I hang out with. If I have the time and the energy, I like to bake for people.
My love language is food.
These smell divine. This friend that I'm seeing later today is planning on moving away, all the way across the freaking ocean. And they're one of my best friends here, so I'm sad for me, but happy for them, obviously, because it'll be really amazing to get out and travel. Their one job here is being so nice. They have two jobs, but the one job, not so nice. The other job, very nice. They put in a program essentially where if my friend decides that Ireland isn't for them and they come back within 6 months, they'll keep their job. So that's really cool.
I'm gonna miss my friends so much.
I was really excited because the lemon poppy seed video did so well. Like, it's now my most liked video. It's so silly because it's only 18 likes, but 18 likes, if there was 18 people in this room would be full and I would be overwhelmed. Got like 90 something views so far and a lot of good feedback, like a lot of people finding my channel for the first time and showing appreciation, and I don't know, it just felt good. I need external validation from strangers, but validation from people I'm close with, don't do that. But from strangers, yes, I bask in it. That must be a mental disorder. But I imagine the next few videos won't do as well. That's kind of the trend that I've noticed is I'll have a video that does well and then 3 or 4 videos that don't do so well, and then maybe a couple that are on the up and up and then one that does well. It's kind of like woo, woo, woo. So doing the recipe this way, I actually get less cookies. I think I get 15 or 16 out of my normal one, and this made exactly 12. I think they'll be good. The texture of the dough is nice. Well, friends, that brings us to the end of the baking portion of this video. But don't you worry, don't you fret. This video, it's not over yet. I, Amy the Baker, will be back for a taste test right now. I'm back, and I have a cookie. Let's do something different and dive right in. It's so good. Very sweet. The texture's just perfect too. I think part of what's going wrong with my other oatmeal cookie recipe that I've been developing that is strictly like an oat cookie. Both times I've done it, I've toasted all the oats and it gives it quite a bit of bite. The recipe would fare just as well toasting only half the oats and maybe toasting them a bit longer. The toasted oats do bring out quite a lovely flavor, so I don't want to completely omit that. I mean, you could, and I will definitely test the recipe with no toasting at all just to see the difference, but one thing at a time. They're better today than they were yesterday. I dyed my hair because of how much I hated it in the last video. I was actually spiraling at how ugly I felt, so I dyed it, and I think it looks great. Also, I did my eyebrows, and last time I did my makeup for the taste test portion of this video, my eyebrows looked crazy in the playback, so I guess I'll see when I'm editing if I look like an absolute mad woman. I think part of the problem was my eyebrows are really thin, and so I don't like putting makeup like all the way past where there's actually hair, but then it like looks super dark over here and then bald, so there's too much space. But that's just how my eyebrows naturally are. Like, I'm not even putting that much makeup on them, but it just like, even just the slight bit darker on camera looks insane. In person it looks fine. I don't wear makeup that often, so I'm not like eyebrow blind doing my eyebrows darker and darker and darker every day. Maybe I am eyebrow blind, I don't know. Leon has a couple Cookie Monster toys, a stuffy and then like a little rubbery Cookie Monster toy. Anyways, he loves them. He loves Cookie Monster. Cookie is one of the few words he knows. He'll go cookie when he sees his toys. So earlier today I showed him that
C is for cookie, that's good enough for me. It's cookie starts with C.
he loved it. He was in a trance. Right after this, I gotta do some dinner prep, even though I have so much do stuff energy and I want to do like organizing and stuff around the house that I don't normally get to do or have energy for, but I need to start dinner, so. Priorities, dang it. Speaking of priorities, I still have not scheduled any physio for my shoulder. It's definitely not hurting as much, but she's clickety-clackety, so that's not great. And I know I need to just schedule physio. Even if I only go a few times, it'll be worth it because they will teach me exercises that then I can incorporate into my own practice. And taking it back to what I was talking about during the baking portion, with my fitness journey and my health journey in regards to physical fitness, I am in that in-between stage of knowing better and doing better. I know that I shouldn't be stagnant, and I know that because of my disability and because of my bad joints that I need to exercise and build strength around my shoulder and around my knee, because that will increase stability even if the ligament that connects those things is loose. I just need to find a way to incorporate it into what I already do in the day and my daily life, and then it will stick more easily, at least. Still might take a few years, I won't lie. It's like I used to be so bad about brushing my teeth. It wasn't even until I was in college that I started putting a toothbrush and toothpaste in the shower because I'm a very religious showerer. Anyways, I shower every day, every morning. It's like part of my wake up routine. When I was in college, I just started putting it in the shower and telling myself also, even if you brush for 30 seconds, that's better than not brushing at all. And I got into the habit of brushing every day and then incorporated brushing again at night. And then that was like a whole process that took a long time. It probably took 2 to 3 years to actually build a healthy habit of brushing my teeth twice a day. And only in the last year have I built the habit of flossing every day. So habits take time, especially if you're a little neurospicy. The most important thing is working on your consistency, which is so hard. But yeah, I haven't quite figured out a good way to incorporate it into my daily life. Also, my problem, anytime I start being more consistent, something bad happens, like my shoulder or my knee or whatever it is, where then I have to take a week off and I lose all the progress that I just made building consistency, and then there's always something else to do. Like, I'm such a busybody. I'm always like piddling around, making messes and cleaning them up. And I love crafting, so crafting is a great side quest that still gives you a dopamine hit, like, oh, I accomplished something, even if it's pointless and it's gonna go in the trash in a year or 10 years because I'm a hoarder. Well, friends, that concludes my rant and ramble session at the end here. Thank you for watching. Thank you for the continued support. I'm slowly, slow like a snail, seeing the channel grow, and that's cool and exciting. And yeah, thank you. Like the video if you like the video. Comment down below what flavor of instant oatmeal you think would be best with these cookies. Subscribe if you haven't done that already, and I'll be seeing you guys again in the next one. Peace. I have butter hands.